Hello and welcome. Thank you for taking the time. Today's conspiracy theory is about strange sounds which we might have heard or people have heard around the world. There are a lot of videos out there on YouTube for which there's no explanation. A lot of people have tried to scientifically explain, but I would like to mention a couple of those. The most famous is the bloop. This was a sound that was heard undersea by one of the equipments that was in the sea floating by the U.S. Meteorological Department for measuring the temperatures of the sea as well as weather monitoring. The recording was, you can look it up, it's called the bloop, and there are examples of sound as well. A lot of examples came out that this was escaping gas. This was from some sort of fish, a whale, but there's still no scientific explanation, because when other scientists, when they listen to this sound, as well as sound engineers, they're not able to break it down. Most of the people have said that this seems to have come from some sort of living being, a creature, because the frequency matches with one of those. But the whales, they listen to the frequencies for all of those, from blue whale to the minke whale to killer whales. First of all, the depth which it came from, none of them go that deep, except for blue whale. The blue whale does not have that frequency. Its frequency is much sharper. Its calls are much more high-pitched and high-toned. And then, if it wasn't just the sea, there are a lot of videos. One is from a Scandinavian country. I'm forgetting its name, whether it's Sweden or Finland. It's in the month of January or December, close to or after Christmas, where they're showing there's these people who are actually sledging through the snow. It's a jungle, but that's their usual path, moving between two villages. And then there's a loud sound of horns that started coming from the sky. They were, of course, very confused and then scared, because there was no it's not within the vicinity of the sea where they can say, oh, if it's a ship blowing its horn, or it's a lighthouse, or if there's any industry. Usually that horn resembled those beer or liquor manufacturing or packing industries, where they open up their valves for the steam to escape. But this was nothing like that. It sounded like a proper trumpet, a high-pitched trumpet, a sound that was coming from the sky. What it resembled, like if you've seen War of the Worlds, Tom Cruise, the sound that UFO makes that emerges from underground, it was somewhat similar to that, but it lasted a lot longer. During the month of COVID, the period of COVID, I think it was early 2020, it was winter again, a video emerged from Turkey where there was a very strange sound coming. It was somewhere between a trumpet and a whale, like the sound of a whale, but it was more like a trumpet, and was changing notes, high-pitched and then low-pitched. The initial explanation that came out was, oh, it's close to the sea and there are whales and they're making those sounds. But further, when the news spread and a lot of scientists came, where they were trying to make sense of it after watching that video, they were saying this is not close to any of the whales. It's the frequency that is a lot different. The sound seems to be coming from the sky, not towards the sea. It wasn't traveling adjacent to the land, it was coming straight from the sky. That's what they determined. When the voice engineers broke it down, they actually validated that this was indeed coming from the sky. Now, the most recent one in Italy, it's Mount Vesuvius that is erupting, and there are a lot of earthquakes that are going in up till Portugal, where the shocks are being felt. It's being said that before the mountain erupted, there were similar sounds coming from the sky, like horn, somebody blowing a horn or a trumpet. But this was a lot more dull. The only valid explanation that has come so far is that it was escaping gas from the cracks and crevices in the surface of Mount Vesuvius. But so far, what the residents and tenants of the villages and city around Mount Vesuvius are saying that that is not the case. They have seen it erupt. They have seen or heard such sounds. They sound a lot different. This was something totally different, as if a siren or an alarm went off, warning the people about what's to come. So what are these sounds? And it's not about just trumpets and horns. Sometimes you hear loud screeches or somebody screaming. Sometimes you hear as if there's a disturbance coming from the sky, as if when you are tuning a radio and your frequency is changing, going from low pitch to high pitch. Such an example was observed, I guess, somewhere in Colorado, if I'm not wrong. You can look up these videos on YouTube. I do not have enough time nor the skills to include them here, and that too would increase the length of the video to an enormous size. But what are these sounds? Does this mean that we're not alone? Second, there are certain phenomena happening on Earth that are still undiscovered by science. Are we living alongside some other creatures, unworldly creatures that we haven't discovered? Do not forget, we know more about the surface of the moon than we know anything about the depths of the sea, and the Earth, our very own Earth, we haven't discovered all of it. There are newer and newer species being discovered each and every single day. There are certain phenomena happening each and every single day for which the science has no explanation. And I'm not even referring to the UFO sightings, the strange sightings of not just UFOs, but sometimes strange creatures as well. You see strange shapes in the sky. So, what could this be? Let me know in the comments if any of this makes sense to you, and if you believe in this, that we're not alone in this universe as well as in this world where there are still hidden species living alongside us. Till next time, thank you for all your support. If you like what you see, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please hit that notification button so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. I know my schedule is all over the place, but still, thank you for all your support. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Please do leave your comments, what you think. Appreciate everything. Take care. Till next time. Bye for now.